Welcome back, crime fighters. It's time for another edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted, the program where you get to help make Calhoun County a better place and a safer place by helping us lock up some bad guys. I'm Chris Wright, along with Chief Deputy John Garlick from the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office.
Hey,
good
Chris,
to see you.
how are you? Good to be here.
All right. Both of us have been doing a little bit of traveling here lately, but
we have
settled back down a little bit.
Settled back down, got down to about 600 feet above sea level instead of 5,000.
Yeah.
So feeling much better.
And come back with some more knowledge from the National Sheriff's Association.
National Sheriff's Association annual conference was in Reno, Nevada, where we had a really good time. Lots of great contacts made, lots of great education. So we're trying to come back and put that in use for our county, for our sheriff's office. It's been very productive.
Yeah, while you were gone, and of course the whole sheriff's office wasn't gone. There were still patrols going on, plenty of work being done locally.
Yes.
But apparently somebody has been cutting some trees, and instead of disposing of them properly, they've been dumping big chunks of tree all over Calhoun County.
Yes, a lot of it in the Alexandria, Wellington area. We think that it's a commercial tree trimming company, so somebody say that you would hire to cut down some dead trees or to trim out some land, and they've been taking it and just dumping it on the side of the road. So we really need some help from everybody out there. If you see this happening, if you happen to see a truck dropping trees and shrubs that have been cut on the side of the road, you can take a picture of it or write down the tag number or give us any information. We really need to know. It's a crime. It's criminal littering, and there'll be a fine associated with it. And for the commercial business, that would be even a bigger problem, I would think.
For most folks, if you're trimming on your yard yourself, you can put that stuff out by the curb and it'll be taken care of. But if it's a professional company, they're supposed to dispose of it professionally.
They are. They've got a place to do that. They've got a way they're supposed to do that. And so these guys are cheating. And we need to catch them. We need to catch them because it's wrong.
All right. Well, let's talk about catching people for a moment here.
Let's do.
We caught some more over the last week.
We did. Our count, we had 5 people arrested. We're up to 3,993, just 7 away. We'll probably hit it this next week, don't you think?
Hit that 4,000. That would be nice.
Ooh, you gonna buy us a big cake?
Yeah, sure. We will get busy trying to find this week's bad guys here in just a minute. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the first half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead,
drug addict,
alcoholic,
meth freak,
a wretch.
like me.
I once was.
Homeless.
Broken. Sad.
just lost,
But now I am.
sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
AOD Federal Credit Union. You already know their friendly staff and great loan products. So here's reason number 8 to choose AOD FCU, a new all-platinum Visa credit card. Call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com to start earning 1% cash back on purchases. Your good credit earns you a better rate. A new Platinum Visa card. Another reason you belong at AOD Federal Credit Union.
I have my own lawn care service. One day I had some blaze that was bent. I was probably here for 5 minutes and they had me back on the road going.
It helps me make more money simply because it's a more dependable machine. In side-by-side comparisons, people want to say they're better, but I've driven them and Toro is the best.
Hey folks, come see us at Foothills Tractor. We're your one-stop shop for anything you need. Locally owned, locally operated, give you the best customer service guaranteed.
Hi, my name is Forbes Winston, and I'm standing in for Katina Houston Stroud, and this is the Family Tip of the Week. Summer vacation can be a time for kids to enjoy freedom from responsibility and academic pressures, as well as develop and enrich bonds with peers and family members. The freedom of summer provides both kids and families a time where the usual routine is dysregulated and structure is waned, and families spend a lot more time together in close proximity. Many kids' idea of summer is participating in a wide array of fun activities, and boredom is rarely considered as an obstacle to overcome. The reality of summer, however, proves to be different from the ideal, and reality can be a letdown. The combination of expectations, a change in routine and schedule, and increased family time can often lead to stress and behavioral problems, and can produce conflict within the home. If your children tend to act out, it is a good idea to create structure to maintain throughout the summer. Planning activities and a daily schedule can provide families with the routine and structure to follow to keep behavior problems at bay. Daily schedules can help with keeping children on task and can aid in teaching them effective time management. Schedule can contain many different types of activities, but it is suggested that there be equal amounts of planned activity and downtime. Remember, it may take some time for your kids to adjust to summer schedules, but in providing your kids with a routine and structure, kids are less likely to act out in negative behaviors, and you will be amazed at how easily they transition when school begins again in the fall. For more tips and more information about how to create schedules for summer, contact Family Links at 256-820-5911.
And welcome to this week's edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. First up in our lineup this week, William Barfield. Mr. Barfield, last known to be living in Jacksonville, he's wanted for a bond revocation on forgery 3rd ×2. And meet Melissa Schaffer. Ms. Schaffer, last known to be living in Jacksonville, she's wanted for an FTA, that's failure to appear on permitting dogs to run at large. And this is Mario Galaviz. Mr. Galaviz is last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for bond revocations on domestic violence 3rd harassment, attempting to elude, a failure to appear on domestic violence 2nd, and attempting to elude, and domestic violence strangulation, and domestic violence 3rd harassment. And this is Uriel Roblero Velasquez. Mr. Roblero Velasquez, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted for failure to appear on possession of a controlled substance. And meet Norval Caver. Mr. Caver, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted for failure to pay on domestic violence 3rd assault. And take a look at Brett Marlowe. Mr. Marlowe, last known to be living in Pell City, he's wanted for non-payment of child support, the face of a deadbeat dad. And last up for the first half of our lineup, Tishawn Gross. Mr. Gross, last known to be living in Lincoln, he's wanted for failure to appear on possession of marijuana 2nd. And that's it for the first half of our lineup. Stay tuned for the second half later in the show.
And we are back, and we are talking today with Skeeter, getting ready for the next Tristan's Run for Autism. Good to see you, Skeeter.
Awesome. That's good to be back.
We've been doing this for years now.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to do it last year. We had a lot going on, but you know, we're back again. We're going to start doing it again.
Now, some people were worried, hey, we didn't have this last year. Tristan doing okay?
Tristan's fine. Everybody's fine. We switched schools. Had a lot of things going on. I'm going to Alexandria now. I became a grandfather.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Just a lot of stuff going on.
Where's your cane?
I know, right?
You need a cane
I got a little gray going.
Glasses.
A little gray going on now. But we just had so much going on that it was very tough for us to kind of do it last year, and you know, gave us time to reflect back and approach it at a different angle. And so that's one thing.
So this is a bike ride that you do almost every year.
Yes, sir.
Raising awareness and funds for autism. Mainly you're raising awareness, but you get some funds for the school as well.
Absolutely, and this year is going to be, like I said, we had a time to reflect back for a year. We did change the name from Tristan's Run to Tristan's Ride because everybody thought we were running somewhere, and I'm like, no, that ain't happening. But this year we're going to take all the money that we raise out and going to split it between the 3 schools in Alexandria School District, the elementary, middle, and high school. All 3 schools are going to get money out of this to help with their special needs programs and everything to help the teachers out to get what they can. All
right. Now, I see on your shirt there you're advertising Tristan's Ride for Autism. And you've got a piece of a jigsaw puzzle on there, and
Yes,
the
sir.
number 6. So what does that represent?
The puzzle, of course, is for the autism part of it. You know, the hey, this is the sign for an autism part. The 6, this is the 6th year we've done this. I mean, it's been a fun little process that we've gone through, and on the back of it, I mean, it's got sponsorships of, and I'll discuss them definitely. This year we did sponsorships again, and we went to the Alexandria places, and of course the staples that have always helped us out beforehand, they're involved as well. So.
All right, so John, I know you're familiar very much with autism, and that puzzle piece, that's not just some random logo that they came out with for autism. There's a reason that they use that to represent autism.
Yes, I mean, autism is in itself a complicated puzzle, if you will. The spectrum with the new DSM-5, they now call it the autism spectrum because it runs the gambit from what, you know, my generation growing up, your typical autistic child was really, their future was very limited. They stayed at home. There were little babies that you couldn't even hold them. They would scream like they were in pain. And that was kind of your textbook autism. And now it runs the whole gambit to where you may have autistic children that you never even really know, or the families may, but they're mainstreamed in the classrooms and they go on to college and have careers, and you may not even know that they're on the spectrum. So it's interesting that the new DSM on the spectrum is something I've briefed a lot of our guys and the SROs in the school, that if you run into a parent that says, hey, that my child's on the spectrum, that they know what that means, because it is important to get the lingo down.
And talk about you can't hold the child because it's crying. That's on the extreme end.
That's on the very extreme end.
But it's got to be very challenging as a parent, especially before you get the diagnosis, when your child isn't reacting the way a normal child would react to certain things. You have to call into question your own parenting. I'm sure it makes you doubt all kinds of things.
For Tristan, you know, he was functioning all the way up till he became 1.5 years, and then it's like the perfect example of what I've said before. It's like somebody said they switched kids in the middle of the night. It was really weird. And the screaming and all those aspects, he didn't speak till he was 4.5 and only had 4 words that he spoke. So the crying, the screaming, I was like, I used to tell him, I'll buy you a Cadillac. What do you want? A Ferrari? But you know, it's just with parents, you know, you have to be patient. You have to understand that, you know, you have to approach this a different way and look for the help that's out there that can really direct you in the ways that we went through testing, MRI, everything, and we'll plan it. And when we finally got the diagnosis, it gave us an opportunity to go, okay, how do we approach this to help him out?
So much of, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, going through the process of trying to figure out what was going on was obviously a nightmare.
Absolutely.
When you finally got to the diagnosis, did that give you a sense of relief or just add to the fear?
No. We knew there was a problem, but when we finally got the diagnosis, for me and my wife, we were like, okay. And we looked at the doctor and we said, all right, what steps do we do now? And they looked at us like, you guys aren't upset. No, we knew there was a situation that needed to be handled. How can we help our child function more to get done?
That's outstanding. That's the way it should work.
And absolutely. And no parent ever should feel like, you know, they did something wrong or anything like that. Like I said, it just happens. And there's nothing really, really don't have a reason. So, hey, you just got to take it and go.
It used to be that parents didn't have all the resources, but now that you've got the diagnosis and the resources that parents have today, you understand, okay, every child's going to be different, but at least we have an idea of how to approach our child now and give him what he's asking us for.
Absolutely. And like I said, like you just pointed out perfectly, every one of these children are different. I mean, you'll have some that are nonverbal, you have some that are verbal, some that are limited by their just different aspects. So you have to approach each child differently. And so with Tristan, you know, he is, you know, high functioning when it comes to physically, he's fine, and you know, he's probably about a 5.5, 6-year-old mental level when it comes to speech.
He's actually 13 now.
Yeah, he's about to be 13 next week. And but on the aspect of it, he's amazing when it comes to building things. He can build anything on the planet, and just like from Minecraft, he's done the whole Wizard of Oz scene. He's even done Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory from memory, where he could walk into it and hit every single room.
He's differently gifted.
Absolutely.
Right. We need to take a quick break, but we want to talk more about this and more about the run or ride itself. It's not a run anymore, it's a ride.
No.
And we'll talk about that coming up in just a few minutes here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
AOD Federal Credit Union. You already know their friendly staff and great loan products. So here's reason number 8 to choose AOD FCU. A new all-platinum Visa credit card. Call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com to start earning 1% cash back on purchases. Your good credit earns you a better rate, a new Platinum Visa card, another reason you belong at AOD Federal Credit Union.
I have my own lawn care service. One day I had some blaze that was bent. I was probably here for 5 minutes and they had me back on the road going.
It helps me make more money simply because it's a more dependable machine. And side-by-side comparisons, people want to say they're better, but I've driven them and Toro is the best.
Hey folks, come see us at Foothills Tractor. We're your one-stop shop for anything you need. Locally owned, locally operated, give you the best customer service guaranteed.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
And welcome to the second half of our lineup. First up this half, Candace Miller. Miss Miller, last known to be living in Lincoln, and she's wanted for a probation violation on possession of a forged instrument second. And this is Brandon Graves. Mr. Graves, last known to be living in Jasper, he's wanted for probation violation on obstruction of justice by giving a false ID. And we'd like you to meet Marquita Burns. Miss Burns, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted for failure to appear on obstruction of government operations. And this is Kenneth Williams. Mr. Williams, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted for failure to appear on writing a bunch of bad checks, about 11 of them. And take a look at Kevin Nanny. Mr. Nanny, last known to be living in Jacksonville, he's wanted for bond revocation on possession of a controlled substance and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And last up in our lineup this week, Crystal Hollingsworth. Miss Hollingsworth, last known to be living in Talladega, wanted for failure to appear on carrying a pistol without a permit. And that's it for our lineup this week. If you know the whereabouts of any of these folks, please give us a call at Crime Stoppers. That number, 256-238-1414.
All right, we are back, and we're talking with Skeeter here about Tristan's Ride for Autism. Used to be Tristan's Run for Autism, but to clear out any confusion, you don't have to run. You're riding your motorcycles.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
what about mopeds and tricycles?
We had a scooter in one time. It was awesome. I mean, he was giving it all he got, but he was in there.
That's Scooters for Skeeter.
I guess so. That's rock and roll.
There you go. So Tristan's Ride for Autism. We've been talking about autism and your son Tristan, and
yes, sir,
and how that affects him and you and other parents and families. Let's talk about the ride itself. First off, when is it and where is it?
We're doing it July 22nd. And we're doing it on that day. We're going to meet up around 12 o'clock at Wise Guys Pizza in Alexandria. They're going to host it this year. Normally Top of the River's been doing it for us for years, but because we switched to Alexandria now, they've been graciously enough to let us do it there. We're going to start at 12 o'clock for registration. Kickstand's up about 2 o'clock. Do a nice little tour around the county like we always do. Afterwards, we're going to get back. There'll be pizza there, have a little fun, karaoke, that kind of thing. So it's going to be kind of different this year. It's going to be a little more fun, a little more interactive after the fact. So
By the way, in case you don't realize this, not only do they have some of the best pizza you're ever going to taste, but their wings are incredible.
And calzones are good too.
Yeah.
But and with us doing Alexandria this year, like we were discussing, we have definitely. I'd like to tell some of the sponsors that definitely came into place. Of course, Matthews Printing has always done our shirts and stuff. They're great people. Of course, Wise Guys Pizzeria. They're going to take care of us. The staples of Top of the River, Dad's Barbecue, J Supply Company. Actually, they have a sorority that jumped in the game.
Really?
The Alpha Xi Delta. I hope I'm saying that right. And
Are they going to be out riding?
I don't know. They said they can come on if they want to. I'm telling you what. Alexandria Foodland, Downey Drug in Alexandria got involved. Dr. Herndon's Alexandria Medical Clinic got involved, and the Alexandria Mobile Home and RV Supply Company got involved. So for our first year to do this in Alexandria and for it to go to all 3 schools, it's really cool to see some of these other businesses and local businesses get involved to help out.
How does this money actually get used?
And what is going to happen is we're going to get the money, we're going to raise the money, of course, and do it, but we're going to take it and we're going to divide it equally between all 3 schools, and we're going to have a representative from each of the special needs departments that we're going to give the money to, ask them what they need. Anything that they can do for that amount, we're going to give it to them. We don't make a dime off this thing. Every T-shirt sale, everything goes to these 3 schools.
And you leave it up to the people who are actually working directly with the kids to say, this is what I need.
Absolutely.
So often, my wife is an educator, and we see so many things, the money that comes in, we say, we're spending a fortune on education and it's not working. Well, that can be debated forever. But
absolutely.
A lot of times the teachers in the classroom are saying, yeah, you're giving me resources, but they're not the resources I need.
Yes.
And you're letting the people on the front line say, okay, I'm going to use this money for something I know I need that the legislature or whoever hasn't provided to me.
Absolutely. And that you hit it right on the head, because the teachers are the ones dealing with these children. They're helping these children. They're helping them progress in different aspects, and each one of them progresses differently. So the little things they can do or that they need, we can help out with. And if, just anything we can do on our part, we try to help out.
All right, and I know you've seen some specific items in the past that this has really helped with.
We've brought in iPads and just, oh my goodness, just anything the teacher's like, well, we can use this. Well, here you go, let's give you this. And so they've done so much for our son and for many kids from all the school districts around here that we just want to really give back to those teachers and would like to incorporate more schools involved. This is the first year we did it with Alexandria. We were at Saks a couple years ago. I'd like to do it to where we can incorporate a different school added on each year. So maybe even get another school involved and get their parents and their special needs teachers and incorporate more and more people to where we can split it county-wide as opposed to just school district. That would be really what the whole goal of this whole thing is going to be, is to get everybody involved.
Very cool.
That's awesome. Special needs teachers are special.
Absolutely.
It's a difficult program, and I'm not sure what the state funding is for those programs. I know that I think those teachers would agree that there's a long way to go in improving the special ed programs throughout the state of Alabama. But they are so vital, and the teachers are so sweet and work so hard with these kids and make a huge, huge difference.
And that is the truth. They really do. The teachers are the ones that really brought a lot out of Tristan. He's had 3 different teachers, and all 3 of them are amazing people. And of course, you have your teacher's aide. You got everybody else is involved. And so, and we have Tristan's Ride for Autism Facebook page. So if anybody wants to hit that up, and it's just the Tristan's Ride and the number 4 Autism, and just, you can contact us that way. There's different ways that we can do to help other school districts as well as the Alexandria, the different parts that we want to do.
Okay, so anybody that wants to get involved in the ride, what do they need to do right now?
Right now, they can meet us up in Wise Guys Pizza on July 22nd at between 12 and 2. We're going to kick stands up at 2. Graciously, once again, thank you guys so much for doing the escort for us. It's $10 a rider. We never ever raised the price on that because we were trying to get more people involved. You can contact us through the Facebook page, Tristan's Ride for Autism. You can contact me on my cell phone. It's 256-282-3755. Any questions you got, even if a parent wants to call and talk about their child or what we do, it's an open end. We really want to help everybody in the county, irregardless of if you can make it the ride or not.
Awesome. And general public, if you happen on the 22nd of July to see a whole bunch of motorcycles out there, just give them a little bit of room. They'll go by and you can move on with your business.
Be a little loud.
If you have a chance to make a donation to one of them, they'll pass that along.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much, Skeeter.
Hey, no problem. Thank you so much.
We'll be right back with the Crime Stoppers segment of the show and our Crazy Criminal of the Week on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
AOD Federal Credit Union. You already know their friendly staff and great loan products. So here's reason number 8 to choose AOD FCU, a new all-platinum Visa credit card. Call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com to start earning 1% cash back on purchases. Your good credit earns you a better rate. A new Platinum Visa card. Another reason you belong at AOD Federal Credit Union.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
I have my own lawn care service. One day I had some blaze that was bent. I was probably here for 5 minutes, and they had me back on the road going.
It helps me make more money simply because it's a more dependable machine. And side-by-side comparisons, people want to say they're better, but I've driven them, and Toro is the best.
Hey folks, come see us at Foothills Tractor. We're your one-stop shop for anything you need. Locally owned, locally operated, give you the best customer service guaranteed.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead.
Drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak,
A wretch.
like me.
I once was.
Homeless.
Broken. Sad.
Just lost.
but now I am
Sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
And welcome to the Crime Stoppers portion of our show, where we ask you to help our investigators with these cases. First up, on June 19th, this residence on McClellan Road in Alexandria was burglarized. They got away with some jewelry. And on June 23rd, this residence on Mud Street in Ohatchee was burglarized. They got away with a Yeti cooler and a compound bow. And sometime on June 25th, this residence on Mountain Breeze in Anniston was burglarized. They got away with 2 television sets. Surveillance cameras show a dark-colored SUV pull into the driveway. The vehicle was possibly a Chevy Tahoe. And last up on your case list this week, between June 21st and June 26th, heavy equipment was burned on New Liberty Road in Wellington. The equipment was a Caterpillar loader and a John Deere skidder, both of the pieces of equipment used for logging. If you have any information on these cases, and we hope you do, please give us a call at Crime Stoppers. That number, 256-238-1414. Remember, we want your information and not your name.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
All right, our crazy criminal this week is Brandon Thompson. John.
Oh, Brandon.
Do you ever do a really fancy proposal?
Like wedding proposal?
Yeah.
Not really fancy by today's standards, no.
No.
But I have done.
At least made it romantic,
a
right?
couple of nice ones.
Didn't do it while you were getting arrested, did you?
No, no.
Well, Brandon did. He chose the moment that he was getting arrested on some felony warrants to pop the question. Here he is with his fiancée, which means yes, she did say yes.
Huh. Isn't that special?
And he was allowed to go back in and get the ring, or actually I think his mom went in and got the ring so that he could, and that they put the handcuffs in front of him so that he could do it a little bit nicer. And
well, that was nice.
Then she went and bailed him out, and they'll be getting married after he deals with his legal issues.
When he gets out, he'll be getting married.
Yeah.
Wow. So when's the wedding? 6 to 9 months.
It depends on the court system. But hey,
wow,
something to look forward to. And
I wonder where they'll spend their honeymoon.
Not going to go there. All right, that's about going to wrap things up. We do invite you to watch this program online. If you missed part of it, you can see the entire show online at tv24.tv. If you want to see the lineup of who we're looking for, or the Crime Stoppers segment, and show that to anybody, it's available on the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office Facebook page for you.
Yeah, and you know, if you're interested in proposing, come on down to the office, propose, turn yourself in. We'd be happy to take pictures just like that one.
We'll be looking for you again next week, but hopefully not in the lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
You're watching WEAC TV 24, Oxford, Anniston, Gadsden.